Well, it's Friday. And you know what that means, kids. But first, we got to deal with this big, fuzzy thing. Hey, what's cracking? It's great to be here with you on a Friday, hanging out, talking YouTube, talking about all the things. Let's do this. Let's turn that audio down. It is good to be hanging out and let's put this down first. Let's put this over here. There's a lot of things. Oh, that totally failed. Dang it all. Okay. We got to try again. Okay. Everybody stay right here. Don't go anywhere, whatever you do. Ladies and gentlemen, it's great to be here. It's Friday, and, well, you know what that means. It's time for another fantastic Friday live stream, but first we have to deal with this, fuzzy thing that's getting in the way. I am such a goofball. It's great to have you here. Super excited to hang out, talk about all the things. The gear, the tech, the YouTube, the strategies, being goofy, having fun. I've been thinking about this fun thing for a while, and being a creator and what that means. And one of the things I want to share with you today is I think it's important that we take back our YouTube experience, our YouTube channels, and we remember that it can be so fun. The thing about it is the shooting at YouTube really impacted me, and I wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this before we get into the channel reviews and whatnot. But one of the things to think about is we all have an opportunity to create, to share. And along the way, I think our brains have gotten hijacked and addicted to the likes, to the comments, to growing. And some people, some individuals, to the point where it's really impacted our ability to enjoy the process of being a YouTube creator. Does that resonate with anyone? How are things coming through today? I had a little bit of issues with some of the tech, but we got it worked out. We're going to talk about this a little bit. So good to see Josephine. I saw the Go Groomer is in the house. Welcome. Good to see you, Rosh. I saw you here hanging out. Great to have you guys. Don't ever do that. Never, ever start a live stream with 50, 60, 80 people and then stop. So let's talk about this a little bit. So we're going to do channel reviews. I'm going to address your questions today, but I wanted to share something that's been on my mind for a while. I am addicted to the YouTube analytics. I am addicted to watching and seeing if my videos are gaining any more views. I nonstop watch all of these things because I invest so much. Casual Unboxing, thank you so much for the super chat. And I see a lot of people that are in this place. And let me tell you, any of you watch 60 Minutes? I saw a story on Sunday night a few months ago, actually it was in 2017, about the fact that app developers develop apps to keep us addicted, to keep us scrolling, to keep us clicking the buttons, and we get a little hit of dopamine, which means we kind of feel good and whatnot. And man, when it gets to the point where we forget what it means to be creators, when we lose sight of the fact that, this can be an amazing platform simply for the sake of creating content, whether you want to grow a business, whether you're passionate about a cause. To me, that's what this is about. Make no mistake, I want to grow badly, just like a lot of you do too. But I would continue to do it no matter what. I would do it because I like the journey, and I see some people that are so devastated by the lack of growth, and this really came, the level of this, we this whole shooting thing, right? The YouTube shooter. And as soon as I heard this went down, I was like, a YouTube creator that's struggling to grow. That was the first thing in my mind. And it just blows me away that we can get so wrapped up in this whole thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the super chat channel reviews. We're going to do, hopefully we'll do some channel reviews, no super chats. Aquatics, Q Aquatics. Thank you so much for the super chat. Anyway, I wanted to share that. And I want you to think about the fact that this should be fun. We should enjoy the process. And if you're to the point where it's hard to enjoy the process, then maybe it's time to step back, take a weekend off, like just kind of let go of the whole like more. I think it's really healthy to want to grow. I think the desire to achieve something is cool, but when everything becomes about that, to me, that's a problem. So, again, lots of great people. Kathy, what's going on? Kath Fit, what is going on? Pam is in the house. Welcome. Not looking too bad today. Stream's looking pretty okay. Let's try the buttons. I had some problems with my buttons earlier. So let's open another tab. We'll pull up another instance of YouTube here. We'll kind of get this. Hey, there I am. I'm live. That's good. It's better than being dead. Can't have much fun when that happens. So yeah, let's do a Q&A for a little bit. Then we're going to jump in and really get straight to the channel reviews. And let's do this. Pow! Hey, all the buttons, Rodney. Rodney, good to see you. What is going on? Hey, gang, do me a favor. Comment, how many videos did you publish this week? I published 2. I dropped the Casey Neistat video. Thank you so much for the love on that one. You guys really dug that. Man, took me a while to get that thing put together, but I really enjoyed the process. So thank you. Kath Fit says, bought your book, Brian. I can't get that all out. Too many B's. Dig it. Rosh, that's a lot of videos. 7. Beanie Draws. 1 if Easter was last week. Sounds good to me, Beanie. I published 1 video. Published 0. Deb's Life. Pixie Dust. Poof. Writing Fun. 10. Awesome. Bad Baseball. 2 videos. Fantastic. Way to go on publishing. Rodney published, I think he said 1. Extreme Food Reviews. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Random Guy Videos. 4 videos. Help. Yeah, we're getting to it, brother. Ask a question. If you want help, ask a question. We're going to do channel reviews in just a bit. Right now we're doing Q&A. 1 a week, says Planet Funhouse. You're great. No, you're great, Solaris. What was it? Show, yes. Ginger Dolls shows 4 videos. Fantastic. My views and subscriber growth is down. What can I do to fix it? JC Echo, great question. What I would do if views are down, if you're struggling, what I would do is kind of opposite of what a lot of people do. I would focus on making 1 really good video every week for 2 or 3 weeks. And every week, try to do better than what you did last week. I believe that success on this platform begins with quality. If things are not working out, then think about publishing the best video you can. And then once you're done, start thinking about what you're going to publish to even beat what you just published the following week. Any ideas for streaming that I do mostly on YouTube now? The loose goose, I guess I'm not sure. It really depends on your channel, my friend. I think it's really important to follow what you're passionate about and to strive to make quality content. You know, I've seen people that, here's what's up. This always works. It's boring. I don't think you'll be excited by it. But if you really want to grow, well, this always works. And the whole thing I just explained. When you strive to improve and you keep at it and you're consistent week after week, you will see results. I think the struggle for most of us is the results don't come on the time frame that we've got in our mind. You know, we want results pretty quickly and so on. So do you get less views during spring break? I don't think so. I think it really depends on the channel, videos coming out, other videos in your niche that are coming out, and so on. I make music concerts. Do they work? You know, the thing about it is like all types of videos work when they're good. You know what I mean? That's the thing to think about. What do you think about possible self-monetization? I think it's fine. I mean, honestly, I think let's get that kind of like there, the microphone. I think the whole self-monetization thing is fine. I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are focusing too much on things like that rather than making great videos. If you want to make a lot of money with monetization, then make great videos and you'll drive more views and so on. Josephine, that's a statement. I guess it's a question. It's goofy for sure. I am not gaining any subs. How to play? Ask a question and I'll let you know. What are you trying to achieve? You know, do you have thumbnails? Do you have custom thumbnails? Are you thinking about your titles? Are you striving to create better videos? Man, it's good to be here. It's good to be here. I love the Friday live stream. I really do. It's good to be past the sickness I had a few weeks ago. That was a pain in the butt. Hey, Heidi, Costume CEO, what is going on? Says missed the notification because it looks like recording my last video. Heidi, I got to be honest with you. I am a little bit behind on my thing for Tuesday. I guess we're going to have to see what happens. I might be editing my own thing again. Hey guys, I want to let you know, think about this. If you want really helpful advice, then don't ask how to get more views. Ask something a little bit deeper, because I know we all want more views and subs. Think a little bit past that and then ask a question about that thing and so on. Heidi, it's great to see you. Pixie Bomb, I dig your name. Sometimes, do you know I used to like poof, pixie dust. I used to end a lot of videos with that. Some of them I would start off with that. Would love a channel review. Pixie Bomb, absolutely. We'll get that happening here in a bit. Yes, I have thumbnails, I have tags, but no views. Okay, focus how to play. Focus on your audience retention. Focus on that with the aim of improving your audience retention on a per video basis. And I believe you'll see better results as you continue on. That's the metric that's very challenging. Tags are easy. Thumbnails, pretty easy. Again, good to see you, Selena. Mini Bike Madness is in the house. Welcome. How do I get more of my videos on suggested? The best thing you can do is to study. I have 2 videos on YouTube on the suggested video algorithm. Pretty complex, a lot of stuff. Watch those videos 2 or 3 times each and take notes. Seriously, if you want to get into suggested, you've got to really understand all the intricacies. And again, one of the biggest factors is audience retention. Josephine says, Josephine, I think we covered this before, but we'll do it again. Okay, no problem. Excited to share this. Here's the problem. I think you want to do covers, and that's what you're excited about, and you don't care about, originals. I believe you want to do originals. And as far as the covers go, you're like, But you're not going to grow doing originals unless you're the next up there is David Bowie or Prince. If you've got that kind of crazy skill and talent, you're going to get discovered. And at the same time, it took Prince many years to really blow up. So I believe you've got to focus on both covers as well as originals. You can't really rank. How does a music channel rank for covers, and how does a music channel rank? You don't rank for originals because nobody's searching for them. So you kind of forget that entirely. I would focus on drawing traffic to your channel through covers and understanding that's the way you're going to gain momentum, and then drop an original once in a while. That's the best way to move forward. Peace, Brian. Thanks for helping my channel get 4K subs yesterday. Trinius Henderson, you are welcome. That was all you, brother. Nice work on making it happen and doing the work. Great channel, my dude, says Legend Z Gaming. Legend Z Gaming, thank you so much. What's a good subscriber to view ratio? Anything above 1% is pretty good. I think that's a good place to start. Last year, I was around 1%. With the videos I'm dropping now, I'm around 2%. And I think that's because the niche I have, I've got a few more subscribers now. People can see I'm growing. And I think that's helping as well as I believe my videos are a bit better than they were last year. This is the whole, if you just keep at it with the goal of improving, well, I believe you'll do just that. Midwest MX, I'm wondering if you think about YouTube as a job or a hobby or a bit of both. Probably a bit of both. This is like what I do. Sponsored deals are happening. I'm wearing my Morning Fame t-shirt. So like I've got a partnership with Morning Fame. I also work with TubeBuddy. And all of these things came because I focused on creating good content that people dug, and it's working and so on. But, it's definitely more of a career and whatnot. And the earnings and opportunity is increasing as the channel grows. Really great question. Deb's Life, is 750 minutes of watch time, is that good or bad for a new channel? That's amazing. There's really no particular this is good and this is bad. Everybody's channel is unique to what they're doing. Sure, we could compare strictly analytics and look at like who's outperforming, but that's not what you want to do, in my opinion, because at that point there will always be YouTubers that are doing better than you. And listen to this. This is important. If you start comparing yourself, which if we just break it down by analytics, there will always be YouTubers that are outperforming you. It gets to be discouraging. It gets to be really disappointing. Hey, Learn English with Bob, the Canadian. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Brian rocks, by the way. Dude, Learn English with Bob. Bob, you rock. Thank you for being here. I upload every, what was that? Man, scrolling pretty fast. What percentage of audience retention do you think is good? Great question. Here's what I like to do for audience retention. Wow, that was pretty fancy right there. If we drop in here, right, and we go to my Creator Studio, and we come in and look at analytics, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on views, and then I'm going to click on the last day, which was like two days ago or so. I believe this was day 2 of my Casey Neistat video, and I'll show you what I strive for with retention. Okay, so at this point, this is probably the best I've done for audience retention over the last year or so. It's probably my best video period. You can see this is just from a few days ago, just sharing the nitty gritty with you right inside YouTube. And you'll notice I drove 150 views. And if we go to the overview, couple things. So the average view duration on a 14-minute video was 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Again, 150 views. I made a little bit of money. This is really a good number. So one of the things I'm looking at, and this is a great way, I'm so glad I fixed my, I wonder if I just wasn't pushing, there we go, pushing hard enough on Stream Deck. One of the things to think about is every time you publish a video, I mentioned being addicted to the stats. I am, but I don't think it's a terribly unhealthy, it's borderline, but I'm not like devastated by the lack of my channel growth. And that's where you don't want to be. If you're using analytics, as I'm showing you now, to help you understand how you're doing, that's a great thing. And as far as how to move forward, how can I rank and search for Fortnite videos? Find topics for Fortnite videos that are very specific and less competitive. So like I was saying, this is what you want to study after you publish every single video. You want to look at these analytics to see how you're doing. Like people will say, well, how do I know? Like I'll always mention, you don't get to decide if your videos are good. You get to study the analytics, and the analytics will tell you if things are good. Like this is a good example, okay? 150 views, 5 subscribers. So we're looking at a subscriber growth rate of around 3%, a little bit above 3% or so. That's very, very good. If we come in and look at the average view duration, you can see here, the video starts, it's really very high. Like I stay above 50% for a long time. Like I'm above 50% for 5 minutes. And another thing to think about too is this is something I don't see a lot of people talking about, but when you first publish a video, like check this out, okay? 1,000 views, and we're looking at subscribers and non-subscribers. But what happens if I select not subscribed? Now watch what happens. It's actually a pretty darn big amount, and it's interesting. I think YouTube is pushing these videos out to more people as my channel grows, because my stats are showing that people like my videos. But when you think about this, this retention is going to be different than this retention, right? Subscribed. Okay, 283 views for subscribed, and then non-subscribed, 756. So if we come here, like this video continues to play, we'll stop that for a minute. So here, let's just for the fun of it, let's come back to overview. And again, I kind of want to walk you through this because this is super helpful. You see, it's not just about attaining great audience retention, and that's it. You've got to think audience retention for my subscribers and audience retention for non-subscribers. And this is what it looks like, right? So here, let's go again. Remember this number, 150 from 2 days ago, 150 views. Now watch what's going to happen. Subscribe. This will be very small. 27, because this video's been out a long time. My subscribers have already seen it. Notice the average view duration, 416. Now we come to non-subscribed, and this is what you want to focus on. You want to make videos that even non-subscribers like watching. And what's interesting is it's actually longer. I bet you these views for subscribers, I bet you these are people watching that video multiple times. So 755. Now if we come in, 655 rather. Now if we come in and we look at both, this is the average view duration for subscribed and non-subscribed. Now, if we look at the retention, as I was saying, this is pretty good, and you can really see that it is good Look, it's very, very high, and it really doesn't go below average ever. It stays above average for the entire time. And that helps this video get pushed out to more and more locations. If we come into traffic sources, right? We come into traffic sources, you can see that I'm driving views about equally, 36 and 37% from both suggested videos and YouTube search. By the way, this kind of information is so helpful for those of you that want to drive more views. I hope you're paying attention, because the more you understand these kind of things, the more hacks you can find. Like, I know that this how to rank your videos was suggested. This is a keyword that I'm ranking for pretty well. How to rank your videos with suggested views. And if I click that button, here's the search result. So we've got 13 million YouTube results, and I'm number 2. Not too bad. So I'm doing well in search. And whoops. Let's go back here. And I'm also doing good in suggested videos. So you can see here, this video drove 15 views. Video creators, one of my videos. This is another external source, 2 views. Another video creators, 3 views. Sonny Lenarduzzi, 6 views. Michael, Ask Michael, okay. Michael Collier, 8 views. So this is really a good way to measure if people like your videos. It's all of these things, and it starts with overview. First thing you can look at is how many views you drove, and did people subscribe? This is exactly what you want to think about as we move forward. Actually, just for the fun of it, let's look at the Casey Neistat video too. So this is from Casey Neistat. Let's go back to overview. And this is from 2 days ago. We drove a lot of views, 1,000 views. And notice I got 17 subscribers, so that's pretty darn good. And what we can think about is, to really get an idea of how many non-subscribed views we had, we have to click not subscribed. And you can see the majority was not subscribed views. So out of about 750, 800, 775 views, we can assess that I did good. I got 17 subscribers. So that's like, what is that, 2 or 3%? Pretty good. If we come in and we look at average view duration, it looks pretty good. It starts off pretty high, but when I look at relative audience retention, it's a little bit lower than I'd like to see, to be honest with you. I usually like to get at least above average, and it wasn't. Like, people were dropping off. So a little disappointing, but the overall average view duration is pretty good. We'll see how this video does. I got so much positive feedback. A lot of people really loved it, but the retention wasn't as high as the last video I shared with you. That is what you want to learn if you want to grow on YouTube. You've got to be able to identify if both groups on YouTube, that is those that are subscribed to your channel and those that are not subscribed to your channel, how long they're watching, what is the retention like, how many people are subscribing, and so on. And when so many people tell me again and again, how can I know if people like my videos? What I just shared with you is how, okay? Hey, Orly, what is going on? Good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Lily, it's nice to have you here. Heidi. So I hope you found that helpful. I got to tell you, really, really important to understand these kinds of things. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about audience retention, and the fact is you've got 2 groups you've got to focus on: subscribers and non-subscribers. And in order to publish videos that rank for a very long time, you've got to win with non-subscribers. Hey, cheers. Did you know that this drink has paprika in it? Yeah, paprika for color. Pam says, good to see your real stats. Those were very real stats. How many people are here right now? How many of you are here right now? Can I get a show of hands, please? If you're here right now, just please leave me a comment. I am here right now. That is a ripoff. Does anybody know from who? That is Steve Martin. He opened up one of his comedy skits. His lines was, how many of you are here right now? So funny. I'm easily amused. Clearly. Okay, channel reviews. One or two more questions and then channel reviews. Josephine, you're a kook. You're all here right now. Oh my gosh. This is... Okay. What's with these ads? So many ads. It almost looks like I could be a little bit too... Yeah, let's do this. Should we dial in the look of the video right now? Together? Let's pull down the brightness a bit. I feel like I'm just a little bit washed out. Let's see how that impacts the look. Is that going to pull it down? My mom used to say, simple things please simple minds. I love that band, Simple Minds. Hey, that actually looks a little bit better. Cool. It's like, cool. Cool. Now let's do this. Let's go here. Orly, yes, we're gonna jump into channel reviews right now. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Birds of a feather. Flock of seagulls. Yep, that's what I'm talking about right there. Let's go here. And now we're gonna go here. Creator Studio. We're going to go here. Did I go to... No. Okay. That's cool right there. Let's do some channel reviews now. Casual Unboxing, thank you so much for, let's see what happens here. Nice, excellent. We're going to get Casual Unboxing pulled up. Q Aquatics, I would love your opinion. Started around Christmas. Hey, do this, guys. When you do like a super chat and you want a channel review from anybody, here's what I recommend you do. Think of maybe 2 or 3 simple sentences that are based on questions. Like, ask a question and then revolving around your channel. Like, if you want our opinion, like whoever, me, Roberto Blake, Nick Nimmin, any of the crew that is supporting the YouTube community and trying to figure this growth thing out, ask a question so we can provide you with additional details and so on. I hear barking poodles. Okay, so we got that one. Q Aquatics. And like, this is excellent. Q Aquatics mentions I started around Christmas. That gives me a little bit more detail on her channel. So that's helpful. Trinas Henderson. So my friend Trinas, here's what I would suggest. Your channel art is really, really busy. It's too much on the brain. It's like, it's almost like it's just too much, and I don't know what the heck it is. So what I would do is divine power. This is, I can't see that. Please share. I would get rid of please share. love the, maybe it is, yeah, I would clean up your channel art and think about simplicity. Okay. One of the things we're going to see again and again and again is that I'm going to talk about the same kind of things. And let's pull up a few channels here that are good examples of what we want to strive for. So first, we're going to start off with a gamer. Okay. And that would be Jacksepticeye. Then we're going to go to our friend Evan Carmichael. We talk about Evan quite a bit because he's got great branding. And this is what you want to do, right? And let's do Roberto Blake, because Roberto's a good pal. He does a lot for the community. So let's pull up Roberto. What the? Oh, come on, man. And then we'll take a look at Roberto's channel as well. So I want to draw your attention to the same thing we talk about all the time. If you're new, that's why you're here, to learn this stuff. If you've been hearing this, but your channel art doesn't align with what I'm going to recommend, which is simplicity, which is simple and easy to understand with less is more, then I would urge you to go ahead and make that happen. Roberto's channel art is simple, it's clear, and it's easy to understand. Always be creating, motivating and educating creatives. Simple. Believe, Evan Carmichael. Simple. Jacksepticeye. Clean, fun, quirky, fits him perfectly. The name of his channel, and that's it. I much rather see channel art that is based on very few words like Jack's channel rather than this. So definitely work on that, my friend, and come back and ask myself or someone else about your channel art moving forward. And also, I'm going to give you another tip, and then we're going to move on. Think about selecting a color palette that you repeat in your thumbnails and so on. So I see some of your thumbnails are kind of similar, but not really. I see different fonts. I see different color palettes. I see, I always see you, which is great, and I would encourage you to continue that with that. But think about doing something like Evan does, where all the thumbnails are in alignment and they're easy to remember. They're memorable and they stand out. When you see an Evan video, you know it's Evan's. Roberto Blake, he does the same thing. It's always a picture of Roberto. It's the same kind of font, right? It's the same kind of look. And the thing that holds it together is Roberto. And another thing that Roberto's got going on is I love the fact that he's using thirds really well. 1/3 Roberto, 2/3 text. 1/3 Roberto, 2/3 text. So these are the things that again and again I see people like, this is great. And maybe you repeat this kind of look, these colors and so on. But think about that. Think about, like, your channel art definitely needs some help. So I would work on that. Congratulations, my friend, on 4,000 subscribers. That is a big deal. And I'm excited to see you move forward. Thank you for the super chat. Susie Q. Q Aquatics. First off, I love the channel name because, like, your name is Susie Q, and then we got Q Aquatics. It's clever, it's fun, perfect. I love it. I think you also could do something with a channel art that's a little bit, excuse me, a little bit simpler and easy to understand. Here's one of the tricks that I like to use. Anytime I'm doing any kind of a thumbnail or channel art, I want to leverage one particular picture. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is one picture. It's a picture of me, some simple text. All the text is in one area. It's easy, it's balanced, and so on. If you look at my thumbnails, they're one picture. There's bars above and below, the same color palette. It really helps the channel to look cohesive, thought out, and put together, okay? Now, what I'm seeing, Susie Q, which I love your channel name, girl, is I see a picture here, and so on. And furthermore, like this is another example where there's one picture here, another picture here, and then you've got the words. Now, I like that you've got your face here. What I would do is I would fill of your face more up in 1/3 and then have like an image maybe of one fish here and then have goby and pistol shrimp. This is good because it's a picture of the aquarium, but I think something like this is better where we've got one big or two big elements like you and a fish and then some words. Having the Q aquatics, I would remove that. I don't think it does anything for your thumbnail, so I would remove those, and I would really think about your thumbnails and simplifying the look of your channel and your thumbnails and your branding moving forward. So one of the things you could do if you want to incorporate like something for your channel, instead of the whole fish, create a logo that's based on a circle. Inside the circle, have the Q and the fish, and that's going to be a really simple logo, and you can use it kind of how I do with my Brian G logo. So there's the G, 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 and you can see how they kind of stand out, but they're very small, and they work with the thumbnail. So Susie Q, that's what I'm going to recommend for what you're doing, what you're working on. I would like to see one picture for your channel art, like this is a picture, and a third picture, and blend it in and create simplicity. And again, the last thing I want to mention, Susie, is to think about, instead of like you started with one image and then you added in another image inside this one, and it's kind of like a picture inside of a picture. And because thumbnails are so small, it makes it hard. It's just like too much going on. There's a picture of this fish, there's a heart, there's the Susie Q Aquatics, then there's some text. It's just a lot going on, and by simplifying things, you're going to have an easier time. By just studying channels like I mentioned, like Evan Carmichael, really beautiful thumbnails. And again, notice a third text, always the same. So those are the things I would focus on for you. Casual unboxing. I love your channel art because it's exactly what I'm talking about. It's simple, it's clean. What I think you could do is I would like to see a little bit of text explaining to me what makes your channel really unique and different, right? Maybe 3 or 4 words that separate your unboxing channel from all the rest. And furthermore, you may want to incorporate when you publish. Just like I've done here. If you look at mine, so here's a picture of me. My why is like, why should you watch my videos? Well, I help individuals to not hope to grow, not want to grow, but to stake their claim. And to do that, to grow on YouTube by amplifying their message. Stake your claim and amplify your message. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Simple is very powerful. You know, it's a really busy world, and it's hard to remember all the stuff. So the less stuff you give people and put in their face, the easier they're going to be, they're more likely they're going to remember that very thing. So something to think about in that regard. As far as your videos go, Loot Crate March 2018. Let's take a look at this, my friend. Loot Crate March. Okay, great. So there's that. A lot of competition for this keyword phrase. Loot Crate March 2018. Let's see if this is less competitive. Okay, so let's see what we got. So notice the results here. 19,000 results for this phrase, Loot Crate unboxing March 2018. 19,000 results, 47,000 results. So, so this phrase is in my opinion, probably easier to rank for. And then furthermore, if we look at who's optimizing for this particular keyword phrase, and here's a trick. This is super powerful. Check this out. Really, check this out, okay? I copy the exact keyword phrase. I go to File, and then I go to Find. I'm on Find. I click Find. Or I'm sorry, I scroll over. I click Find again. Then I get this box that pops up. Now I paste in the exact keyword phrase. And notice, do you guys see what's happening here? Super powerful. We've got Loot Crate unboxing March 28th. That's the keyword phrase. And notice this. There's no video that's perfectly optimized for this phrase. Okay? It's going to be easier to rank for this because no other videos have this exact phrase. Let's look at the other. If we look at this, I bet you a lot of videos will be optimized for this. So I paste that keyword in. And now you can see the #1 ranking video, notice this, begins with this phrase, Loot Crate, March 2018. Okay? Here's another one that starts off their title with the exact keyword phrase. Very great way to move forward. So I would think about restructuring your keywords and pay attention to that, my friend, to help you find a simple strategy that you can use to move forward and dominate with keyword research. I'm going to show you a few things here. Now, we misspelled that, but no problem. Hey, check out this video here. You see this one, Morning Fame? This is, wow. Like, if you are doing a super chat, then this is something I would really recommend you look into. This is a powerful keyword research tool, and I want to show you kind of, I don't know if you've seen this before, but like this is some software based on some of the strategies that I've used to be able to rank videos, drive views, even starting out with a very small channel. Okay. Furthermore, Morning Fame is based on the authority of your channel. Like what you saw right there with those arrows. Okay, check this out. The ranking opportunity based on how many subscribers I had when I made the video, which was 25,000. The ranking opportunity based on how many views I drive. And it really gives you an indication of how hard it is to rank and so on. So these are the things you want to think about. And I would highly recommend you check out this video, YouTube Keyword Research Tool. Again, if you just search for this, watch that video that says Morning Fame. Really powerful video. The other thing I'll mention too is to think about, here's what I would do, my friend. I really love the look of your logo. It's smart. It's perfect. It's a box. And what I'd like to see is I'd like to see thumbnails that incorporate your orange and have white text. So the orange and then basically like white text of Loot Crate, Marvel gear, whatever, but have a similar look for all your thumbnails, just like Evan Carmichael, similar to what Roberto Blake does. He doesn't do it quite to the degree that I do and Evan does, and I think there's a lot of power in this strategy. It doesn't mean you can't succeed if your thumbnails don't all look the same, but I think that is super powerful when we want to create something that people remember. If you always use the same kind of colors and whatnot, it's going to be easy for people to remember. My buddy Nick Nimmin does the same thing. Notice the look of his channel art. Notice that the thumbnails match the look of the channel art. Notice that he uses the same font again and again and again. These are the things that we want to do to make it easy for people to remember. So Casual Unboxing, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. All right, next up we got Travis. And I'm just going to keep kind of cruising through those people that have super chatted. They did take the time to tip me, and obviously it wouldn't be cool if I didn't honor their tip and whatnot. We'll see if we can get to some other reviews in a bit. Financial information, welcome to the show, to the live stream. Thank you so much for your super chat. 2,000 books. Love your work. Would love a channel review, please. You got it, brother. And we'll pull up one more. Fish and Stuff. Actually, we're going to pull up two more. My pal at Pixie Bomb. I would appreciate a channel review if possible. I'm a programmer, designer who teaches people how to create Android apps. Really interesting. That's so cool that you can create apps. Excited to see your channel, which we'll do in just a moment. Okay, so let's take a look at these channels. First thing, here's what I want to do. I want to pause Pixie Bomb because it's distracting. I got to tell you, girl, I'm really impressed. You've done a great job of creating something that's got that simple, less is more look with your channel art. Furthermore, I love the fact that you've incorporated a bomb into your logo and so on. So I just wanted to say, job well done. Awesome. Let's see if I can find some tips for you to help you move forward. A couple things. Looks like you've done some live streaming. That is so much fun. It's a total blast. And you've done a really good job with these same kind of colors and the same font. And it's interesting. Here's someone who builds apps for a living, who's on the web, who understands things like design, and notice the less is more kind of a thing. I think you're doing a great job with your thumbnails. Here's what I would recommend for your thumbnails moving forward is YouTube has actually gone on record, and this is for everyone. YouTube has actually gone on record and said, and there's been some tests done in the industry on thumbnails and the percentage of people that are clicking. Now we're going to get access to analytical information on impressions, how often a thumbnail video is served to the audience, and the percentage of times they click. What I would do if I were you, Pixie Bomb, is I would include your face as well as text on every thumbnail you incorporate. The reason being is thumbnails that include a face really tie a brand together because, you know, we're also unique and different looking. And furthermore, YouTube and a lot of experts have time and time again studies have shown that thumbnails that incorporate a face are clicked on more often. So I would definitely do that. Now, right now, you've got the whole mobile phone thing with your thumbnail, and I want to pull up your channel again. But I think overall, and here's what's up, you can test this soon because we're going to have the analytical information on click impressions and so on, thumbnail impressions and thumbnail click-through rate, I should say, and you can test it. But my gut tells me that to have your face here where the phone is, and then have like some text here of what you're going to help people with, it would really, really help. The other thing I'm going to say is that Let's go pull up another tab. If you want to grow and you want to grow fast, what I would do is, well, first I would go to YouTube. That's for darn sure. And I would come here and I would do something like this. How to design an app. Okay, great. So what I would do is I would spend a lot of time, and by a lot of time, figure maybe an hour here, an hour there, and do this over the course of a week. Like, do research on what people are searching for in your niche to try to understand what they want. For example, how to design an app interface. If I were you, like, make a video really targeting that exact keyword and stick that in the title. This is how I title all my videos. It's so incredibly powerful. And if we go and we were to scroll through the alphabet on Android, but what if we do B, nothing, C, D, development, how to design an app development. So right there, that tells me people are searching for app design and development. So that would be another keyword phrase that you could target. Now, another thing we can do is we can come here and shorten it up. We can start again. We can look at these keywords, but to really pay attention to what people are searching for, and then to make videos on those very things. And let me see if I can, oops, so many, dang it. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can access. Give me 1 second here. 1 second. Oh boy. Okay. Hang on. Had a little bit of problem with my external hard drive. Hopefully we got that taken care of and I can pull that up. But I wanted to basically show you how I title all of... Oh, this is YouTube's favorite game right now, this screen. Have you guys... How many of you saw this and freaked out last week? Oh, goodness, YouTube. Let's see if you've fixed it yet. Okay, looks like it's working. So let me see if I can find this. Okay, looks like I'm going to be able to find this folder. There we go. Great. Images. So here is what I wanted to show you. So this is a thumbnail and a screen cap from a video I published last year, and this is how I title my thumbnails. So I identified the exact keyword phrase. I start my titles off with that, and then I add what I call an emotional trigger or a buzzword. Think of this second part as a compelling element. So when you combine a compelling element with a keyword up front, it's very, very powerful. You may want to try that moving forward. Pixie Bomb, love your channel name, super cool. The other thing I would think about is, I think with the name of your channel and whatnot, Pixie Bomb, it's very cool. I think you could have a logo based on the bomb, and it would look really, really kind of cool. Like it would kind of, again, it would kind of look like mine because it's circular. And you can kind of see how I've leveraged the power of a circular logo. So thank you so much for the super chat. You're doing awesome. 3,500 subscribers. Way to go. Fist bump. Rock on. Very, very cool. And what is happening, gang? How is everybody doing? I want to see here if we can Go to advanced settings, maybe like that. There we go. Cool. No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it is. There we go. And 81 people. So that's so cool to see you guys all here. Hey, Kajabi, you've got all my money. Okay, let's keep rolling here. So fish and stuff. Same kind of thing with your channel art, my friend. I think the logo is almost like it's a little too big, and I think it's hard to read because of the angle, like the angle of the words. It makes it harder to read. And again, what you really want to think about is you want things to be easy, simple, and memorable. You want it to be easy for people to read and understand. You want it to be simple because that will help you to create things that people understand. And when you do that, you want it to be memorable. So I see that your thumbnails, again, I think you could work on your thumbnails. And what I would say is I don't think this cutaway font is working too much. What I would say is to choose one font and a color palette that you want to use again and again to help you move forward and whatnot, and then create your thumbnails around that. And that's going to help you out quite a bit. So at this point, what I would say, like your logo, when it's small, no one's going to really know what it is, and unless it's those subscribers of yours that have seen this kind of logo many times. But what you want is you want it to be memorable and really pop a little bit. I don't think this is working because it's just fishing and stuff. It's too small of an icon for those words. So I would think about how can you improve your channel art, which we've talked about quite a bit on this live stream. So less is more, super simple. Roberto Blake, again, really simple, clear, and easy to understand channel art. Easy on the eyes, and so on. Think about a value proposition, a slogan, a tagline. All of those are kind of the same thing. So Roberto's is always be creating. Mine is stake your claim, amplify your message. Okay. Nick Nimmons is start right now. So when Nick starts his videos, he mentions start right now by clicking the subscribe button. And you want to think about this kind of branding for your channel because it makes it easy for people. And it's just so overwhelming. That's what branding does. It makes it easier for people to remember. So I think that would help you quite a bit. I don't think like any of these thumbnails are really working. Like this one, for example, I'm not a fan of anything with a white background. Josephine, the more specific, the better. Having a white background isn't great because the website background is white. So if you've got a white thumbnail, it kind of blends in together and so on. So think about that. So thank you so much, my friend, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And again, like I said, I would really think about coming up with a color palette, a look that you want to repeat. And here's what you do. Go and study other successful channels. It can be any channel that is working, that is growing, and look at a style that you like and then create something that is similar but a bit different. You don't want to copy it exactly, but find something that looks pretty cool that you like and then use that as inspiration. 2,000 books. Okay, this is really well done. I spent a little bit of time to process your channel art as well. Here's a couple things that I'd like to see is as seen on Evan Carmichael, Thrive Globe, Simple Programmer, and so on. I would like to see these in more of a gray or a lighter tone, or I don't know if you need them at all. I think it just makes things a little bit too busy. I like the book summaries for entrepreneurs. I think the As Seen On is okay. I like your logo, 2,000 books. I think it's easy to get it. Congratulations on 17,000 subscribers. I'm going to subscribe myself. Looks great. Let's take a look here. I think you're repeating your color palette. Yeah, so this is great. Here's something to think about. I like where you're heading with your thumbnails, and my suggestion would be, and I'm going to blow this up just a little bit to make it easier to understand. So you've kind of done what I was thinking about with this thumbnail here. So How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, right? You've got the book title, you've got the actual book, and then you've got a thumbnail. I like that the thumbnail has a picture of the book. I think that works. That being said, I think you could test it out and try with the book and without. If you do the book, what I would do is try to have the book fill up a third of the thumbnail, like I talked about before. So again, Evan Carmichael, 1/3 Steve Jobs, 2/3 text. One third Simon Sinek, 2/3 text. 1/3 Abdul, 2/3 text. Again, etc., etc. I think you could repeat that same kind of style with 1/3 being for the book and 2/3 being for the text. I'm not a fan of 8 best ideas, because if someone just skims your your channel, or they see a thumbnail and they don't really read this too much, they're just going to see like 8 best ideas. And for someone that doesn't know what this book is about, it might be hard to understand. Instead, what I would like to, and this is where I think you can test and try different things out. Like you could take a picture of Dale Carnegie and put that in a third, and then you could have the text be, "Stop worrying, start living," instead of 8 best ideas. So those are some of the things I would think about. And this is another example where we've got these 4 books, but again, I've blown this up. This is really the size of what people are looking at. And it's really, where are those 4? It's really kind of hard to see what books these are. And I just don't know if that works. Instead, what I would do is I would focus on the title. So Keys to Grow Your Business Exponentially from the book. So I would think about incorporating some of the words that you've got in your title. Again, what I always do is, let's see if I've got, I think I got rid of it, but let's see, is I identify the keyword phrase first, right? So here's another example, the same exact strategy, but a different example. So here I wanted to rank for like Patreon tips and how I set up Patreon, or how to set up Patreon. And if I don't have the darn thumbnail here, but I always cue off what's in this title. So in this example that I showed you earlier, you can see that, okay? YouTube algorithm, and then I've got upload daily. And here I've got upload daily or else. So really an emotional trigger, like, holy smokes, if I don't upload, I'm going to be in trouble. So I would identify the keyword phrase you want to rank for, create a title around that, and then create your thumbnail to incorporate some of the most important words. Here, I wanted to play on upload daily, and I think it worked really well. So those are some things I would think about. Awesome. I love the fact that you're using, I need to get, there we go. I love that you're playing around with the channel, or the brand colors, the kind of the yellow green, the very saturated kind of yellowy green color. It looks good. So keep up with that and keep moving forward. So thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Financial information. Okay. I like your channel art. It's clean. It's like we're at the table. We've got some coffee. We're working through investing or saving. It's about financial information, new videos about stock market, personal finance, and how to make money. Okay, so this is really cool. The one thing I'd be wary of is make sure that this wording here, I would have this a little bit more in the center. I think yeah, I like where I'm going with this. I think you've got these two elements mixed up. I want to see financial information, which is your channel name, front and center. And I want these things to be kind of the secondary thing. I want people to focus on this and as well as this additional information. Videos about, and I don't think you need this, the new videos about, I would just have like financial information and then maybe in a different color, a light gray, stock market, personal finance, and how to make money. Those are the things I would think about. And again, you could do. I like these colors. I think these colors look really cool. And again, maybe one of the reasons I don't like this is it doesn't fit. Like everything else fits, but this. The red against the orange, that color combination doesn't work the greatest. So I would remove that, maybe play around with this a little bit. But maybe what I would do is I would play around with this color palette for your thumbnails. So everything is brought together. It's simple. It's easy for people to see and so on. Tesla stock analysis 2018. So I think you're doing a good job. I'm going to guess you're doing a good job here. With your keyword research, and in order to find that out, I'm just gonna, so there we go. So yeah, you're definitely paying attention to the keyword research, which is awesome. One of the things I think you can work on, and this is basically, I think this is the path. I think first, people that get the keyword research, first what they're gonna do is they're gonna focus on the keyword, the SEO, the keyword research, and so on. You've done a great job with that. But this part here, this is, again, I call this the compelling element. What can you say that's like, wow, super compelling. I want to know what this is, so I'm going to click. Like, here's a great example here. If I come to YouTube and I search for YouTube algorithm 2018, the #1 video, in fact, let's even just search for YouTube algorithm. The #1 video is Dirty Little Secrets. YouTube algorithm, that's the keyword phrase. The compelling element is Dirty Little Secrets. This works really well, and maybe that's why it's #1. Maybe the percentage of people that click is higher. That increases the watch time. That increases the ranking of the video. And I've also got the keyword. So people are seeing my video for YouTube algorithm. And like you saw, they're also seeing it for YouTube algorithm 2018 and so on. So I think you could do a good job with paying attention to this compelling element, but I love the fact that you're paying attention to the keywords. Super, super powerful. And like I said, I think you're doing great. What I would think about is to pay attention and think about using this color palette to create templates, a look and feel for your thumbnails. So thumbnails look the same every time. Kind of like what I've done here. What Nick Nimmin has done here. You're on your way. You've started. So awesome. Congratulations on that. That guy kind of scares me a little bit right there. Okay, so how many people we got here right now? 75. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat, financial information. Really appreciate it. Let's make this a bit smaller. All the windows. Give me a second as I drag things around. Yep. Hey, gang, I'm working through all the reviews, so hey, gang, I want to let you know if you have super chatted me, just hang in there, be patient. I've got a lot in the queue. I think you're up very soon, Orly. Did I? Oh, there you are. Yeah, you're coming up. my friend. So we're all good. Let's keep working through these for right now. Hey, Eileen, what's going on? Good to see you. Who else is here? Hey, Shannon, welcome. Nice to see you. Slot Queen, again, great to have you on board. Thanks again, Financial Information. Really appreciate the super chat. Travis, perfectly imperfect tech. And I like this. One of the things that I noticed was this font was a bit hard to read. I think it's so thick and also thin that when it's smaller, it's a bit hard to read. Would be helpful. So I would say think about creating another version of this channel art with a different font, perfectly imperfect tech. And also, you may want to play around with the tagline. Like, I don't quite get what that's all about. But I like that, your channel art is simple. It's easy to understand. But again, like the pictures of the skyscrapers, not really techie, kind of. But I would rather see like phones or what would be another example of tech? Like maybe some cool computer or graphics cards. As far as your thumbnails go, I definitely think that like this kind of a thumbnail, I'm going to blow this up here a bit so you guys can see it. I don't think this works real well. It's just a little too busy for me, so I'm looking at this one here. I will tell you why. And then we have, don't buy the Philips light strips. Wow, I was looking at buying some. They're very expensive, and I've already dropped so much money on all my other Philips lights. I use the cheap ones and they seem to work okay. But what I would do is again, leveraging the whole idea of thirds, right? So especially for like a tech, here's the thing. It's not even like especially for a tech channel, for any channel. It's just good design skills. So a third text. Text is 2/3. This is the rule of thirds. So pay attention and mimic what Evan does without ripping off Evan's color palette and so on. But it really is simple and easy to understand. And I think that would help you, Travis. The thing that I don't like is you're in the center, then I've got text over to the right, and then I'm supposed to go over here. And it's like, I started reading here. I would rather see like this kind of thing, your face, but more lit up. Like this is too dark. And your face moved over a bit to the right, and then you're holding like the light strips or Philips light strips. Just say no to Philips light strips. Or maybe you've got, maybe you're doing something like this. Oh, and I don't think I had the button. Dang, yeah, I got the screen now. Dang nabbit. Sorry about that. We're still talking about it, so it's gonna work out. Hey, there's Pixie Bomb. She's still in the house. Hope you found that helpful. So here's what I would do for your thumbnail: something like Philips light strips, and then like something like this. You get the idea. Down like this, and then great. There we go. So here's what I'm talking about. Travis, like the whole thing with the circles, like this is good. Like start here, but like move yourself over to one of the thirds and save the 2/3 of the thumbnail for your text. And I feel like all these different circles, it's too hard to read, especially when we get into this kind of thing where basically you're trying to jam a lot of text into the thumbnail. Less text is easier to comprehend. Check this out. People don't read. People don't read the text on the thumbnail. They comprehend. They have an idea. I want to check out a Sony RX100. I want to learn about Philips light strips, right? And when they see something that is a confirmation, when they comprehend, yes, that's a thumbnail about the Philips light strips, then they're going to click over. So I would let go of this multiple circle thing, and I would really focus on this kind of a design like I've talked about. And right now, notice, check this out. We're back on your channel. I'm actually zoomed way in. So now we're at 150%, which is still very zoomed in. Now we're at 125, and now we're at 110, and there's no way people can really comprehend this quickly and easily. So think about that. I would work on that. And like I've mentioned, for everybody, come up with your own color palette, your own brand, have something that's consistent throughout, and it really makes a statement, Travis. So that's what I would work on. Thank you so much for your super chat. Really appreciate it. Dog Dad, I dig it. I like the name. You're up next here, buddy. Uh-oh. I think my dogs are about to lose their mind. There they go. It's on. Okay, and hey gang, let's go ahead and shut down. Hey, Doug, I saw you snuck in here, Doug. Good to see you, buddy. Doug, can you do me a favor? And I wanted to get the overlay for shutting down channel reviews, but it didn't happen based on some other stuff I had to fix. So can you just start spamming that a little bit? And like I said, everybody, if you've super chatted me, we'll get you Poodle Alert. You got it. If you've super chatted me, it's all good. I'm going to get you in. Okay, so Athena, there you are. Hey, Mike. What's up, Mike? Good to see you again, buddy. Go to your channel. Wow, Mike says, thanks for commenting on one of my movies. No need for a channel review. Here's what's up. Check this out. Mike, thank you so much. And I want to mention something. One of the things I try to do is, I know you all want shout-outs. I want shout-outs. I want people to notice me and my channel. That's how we are with humans. And I really try myself to honor that which other people want too. Like, I want a review. I want someone to notice me. I want to comment. So I love to go to your channels, check them out, and leave a comment, watch a few minutes of your video, see what you're doing, understand you more. And I would encourage you to do the same. When you do that, when you really get to know people, good things come. So I want to also just shout out Mike. He mentioned no need for a review, but thanks for dropping by. Guys, jump over to Mike's channel and make sure to hit the subscribe. I've got him up on the channel right now. Mike Allright, he's in the chat. Thank you, Mike, so much. We really appreciate it. Next up, we got motherhood, lifestyle, planning, and more. So, Athena, one of the things that I thought about is, and this goes for everybody, right? Like, what exactly does lifestyle mean? I guess I kind of understand what it means, but the problem I have with the whole lifestyle thing is I feel like it's just too broad. It's too vague. Like, what does it mean? Like, I want to know immediately when I land on a channel what I'm going to learn and so on. So motherhood, to me, I understand more of what the channel is about. It's about motherhood. To me, that means more than lifestyle. The thing, again, you want to think about is the more specific you can be about your channel, which is tough because often we want to talk about a lot of things. But I've seen this again and again. Those YouTubers, especially when they're starting out, the more broad they go, the more they struggle to grow because often people don't watch multiple videos. If someone comes in for a cooking video, they might not be interested in a video about homeschooling and so on. But maybe if you're really interested in homeschooling, if all your videos are on that subject, you're going to be more likely to really increase your watch time, because someone's going to come in on one and watch multiple because they're all on the same subject. So Athena, I would think about that as you move forward. I think I like your channel art. It's fun, it's simple, it's clean. You may want to have a light kind of some kind of a soft color instead of white. I think white kind of blends in too much for my personal taste, but I do think it works. So that's good. I'm going to subscribe. I like to subscribe. Ultimate Clean with Me. Clean with Me. 2018. So that must be a keyword phrase. Let's see here if I can YouTube. Are people searching for that? They must. They must be, huh? Clean with Me. Wow. Awesome. So let's see how competitive that is. 44 million results. Man, that's really competitive. So one of the things I would say is, if you're just getting started, check this out. Instead of like Ultimate Clean with Me 2018, and then the second, third, fourth, or the remaining keywords are the same thing. Clean with Me again. You're kind of like, you're repeating it twice. Instead, what I would do is I would look for something like this. Clean with Me bedroom. Clean with Me my room. Apartment. How about kitchen? There you go. Clean with Me kitchen. And I think I noticed you were like, yeah, you're in the kitchen, right? So the more specific you get, and it looks like you're cleaning all over the place, but I would look for keywords that aren't so, that's a lot. That's very, very competitive. 44 million results. So that's something to think about. You've definitely got a brand going. You've got some of the same kind of looks and whatnot. I think it's a little bit hard to see your thumbnails as far as the text. This is blown up 150%. And I can't really, like, the font is also hard to read, and it's a little thin. And like the second line on the font is really tough. Staying organized as a mommy. So I would say really think about creating thumbnails that are easy to understand. And again, this is another example where you've got like a planner and then a box, and then you've got kind of a white over a light orange. And it's kind of hard to understand and see. Plan with Me, media, and I can't, I don't know what that second word is. So I think, simplicity really goes far. I think this works better here. This organize and declutter. Dang it all. Come on. So this thumbnail here, organize with me, organize and declutter my closet. So here's what I would do. And this is so important for everybody here. Take the time. Please, if you want to grow, please take the time to understand exactly what a whole bunch of people are searching for, and then create titles exactly starting with the keyword, just like I showed you. Again, when you do that, it's so very powerful. Again, where's my... I'm going to show this again, and I know, like, oh, you just showed me that. But the reason I keep showing this is because most people don't do this, and I guarantee if you start titling your videos in this manner, you will drive more views. Now, don't do it 2 times and come back and say it didn't work, because it's just not enough. But if you adopt this over 10, 20, 30 videos, you'll see you drive more. Keyword phrase, compelling element. So compelling element, buzzword, emotional trigger, very, very powerful, always works. So something to think about. And again, I think this works, but check this out. Organize, declutter, closet. So if we come here and I type in how to organize. There it is right there. How to organize your closet. 700,000 results. And furthermore, if we keep looking, maybe it's a small closet that you declutter. Well, now we're down to 31,000 results. And you've identified a very specific thing. And the more you do this, the more likely you're going to drive views to this kind of a video. And I can see here you've got 51 views, and I think you would drive more over the long haul by doing that. Let's take a look at how you're actually titling. So again, you've got organize and declutter my closet, closet declutter. It's kind of the same. It's kind of saying the same thing twice. There's no additional words. It's a small closet. This is exactly what I would do to grow. In fact, check this out. You see this phrase right here? I published a video on my channel. In fact, this video, that's number 2. I published this video when my channel was like a month old. 2 months old. I think it was even like 24 days. I had probably a few hundred subscribers, and the video today has driven 100,000 views. Why? Because I really paid attention to what people were searching for. iMovie app tutorial. Bam. Nobody is searching using the word app. It's all iPhone, iPad, iPad. No one's using app. So what did I do? I used app. These are the way. These are the strategies that you can use in any niche to drive more views. It's really important to focus on what's most important, and this is part of it. Like, this can really help. If you're a brand new channel and you publish a video on decluttering, and you're like, declutter with me, and there's 56 million results, your likelihood of showing up is much smaller than if you were to find a keyword that's got 19,000 results. So again, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate it. Athena, thank you so much. And yes, someone said poodle time a while ago. Super chats are now closed. You rock, Doug. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. Super chats. We're shutting it down. We're shutting it. Listen, this is no Nick Nimmin kind of like Nick Nimmin. I'm pretty hungry for this growth thing. Nick Nimmin, he's something else. How about that? High five for Nick Nimmin. Boom. And what button do I press now, Doug? Is it that button? Hey, Lily, what's going on? What's going on, my friend? Orly, you're coming up soon. Where's my cursor? Has anybody seen my cursor? And Dog Dad, I'm pretty sure you did a channel review a while ago. Dude, your channel art looks boss. This is really great. You've got kind of the logo here. And you got the, yeah. Okay, so you've really paid attention. And I'm pretty sure I did a channel review not too long ago. How am I not subscribed? Let's make that happen. Your video here looks really good too. I want to hear it for a moment too.
Decisions of our lives. The plan was to go to Alaska, get seasonal jobs, and really travel a little bit. And
so awesome, dude. Your video quality looks great. Your channel branding is very simple. It's easy to understand. If I come into videos, the thing I would say is yes, Nick Nimmin is awesome. Is keep at it, dude, because it's so awesome to see you moving forward with your channel and to be making these improvements. Raw pet food recalls. Okay, good. First weekly Tuesday live Q&A. Okay, that's cool. Live stream, cool. My dog won't eat liver. What about freeze dried? Okay, my raw feeding story. So again, I think kind of the whole thing that I went through on the keywords, I would really pay attention to that and adopt my whole strategy of this kind of whole thing that we've talked about a lot today, right? Keyword, compelling element, leverage that, and you're going to go far, my friend. And hey guys, everybody, super chats are closed. Just want to let you know that. Miss Natural Geek, okay, awesome. Channel art is pretty good. I would make this a bit smaller. I think it's a bit big, so think about that. And think about incorporating your own brand style for your channel with your thumbnails. Like you're doing it in some of them, right? Pink, and then I see a pink thumbnail here, pink. You're it looks like you're heading in that direction. Oh, and it's Sims too. So you know what? It's like popular upload is Sims 4. Sims 4 build, Roblox. So one of the things I'd like to know is like, what exactly is it? Gaming? Is it? I would like to see a tagline. I'd like to see your channel name a little smaller, and then a tagline about what it is you're doing. All in all, it's looking good. I would just tie it up a little bit, and again, having a tagline I think is really going to help you out quite a bit. Let's take a look at your titles here. So yeah, like I can tell that I don't think you're really paying attention to what people are searching for and creating titles based off keyword phrases. And it's just, it helps you drive more views. Like, I mean, here's what's up. Like if you look at my channel, this is what's interesting. I actually drove more views with my old videos. If you look at my most popular videos, here they come. These are videos that I published when my channel had a few hundred subscribers. I didn't have subscribers, and yet they drove 300,000, 100,000, 90,000, 79,000, 60,000 because I really paid attention to those keyword phrases. So you can do the same thing. So think about that as you move forward, and I think that will help you out. So Miss Geek, thank you so much for the super chat. I would work on your channel art. I would make the name of your channel much smaller, like about half the size. And then I want to see a tagline about what it is your channel does. Is it gaming? Is it geeky stuff? Like what kind of geeky thing? So think about that. Again, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, just double checking everybody here. Definitely have gotten everyone in. Double checking, because that's how we roll around here. Okay, Hippie Geeks, thank you for the super chat. You're coming up next. Orly, you're in the hot seat soon. Planet Funhouse. Gamer Gramps. Okay, cool, Gamer Gramps. Let's take a look at that now, so it's fresh in my mind. Yeah, I think Gamer Gramps. Honestly, I think like it feels squeezed to me, buddy. I mean, honestly, I think these could be much smaller. I think like you're honoring the game more than your channel. Like, okay, is that Hitman? I think what's the name of that game? Hitman? I think that's what it's called. Like he's bigger. He's almost as big as your channel name. Like I'd like to see your channel name have a little bit more space because I feel like it's squeezed a bit, my friend. And furthermore, like it looks jammed. I think overall, like I like the design, but I think you could make these half the size and that would give you a lot more room for your channel name, and it would look good. Look at the thumbnails though, dude. The thumbnails are looking sweet. I would let go of this whole like sidebar thing. Like you've got the bar here on the side, the bar. Like you don't need that because you've got the same font, you've got the same color palette, and that is your channel. And it just takes more space for that bar where it says Gamer Gramps. What I would do in this kind of situation is I would take one of these characters and focus them on one of the thirds. Like this is a good example, this thumbnail here. Move this chick over to the left, make her just a teeny bit smaller, and then put gets made right here. You've got this space. And the Gamer Gramps, I just don't think you need it. Like, again, if you look at my channel, like how I do my thumbnails, I've got the G, so that represents what I'm doing, but look at the amount of space. It's like probably 20% of this real estate you're taking up, and it's just too small of an image to be able to fit that in. So, and definitely I would think about the thirds. I think like having the text up top and then the character, I would do thirds. Like again, back to Evan Carmichael, it just works. Like, you know, here's the thing. What's cool about what you're doing, dude, and what I totally respect is like you're striving, there we go. You're striving to come up with a look that's unique to you. And the color palette is that. Like the way you're making your thumbnails, I haven't seen a lot of people do that makes me think, oh, this has been done a lot. But I would really leverage the thirds because it's going to make your thumbnails look cleaner and so on. So that's what I think, buddy. You're doing great. It's looking awesome, and keep at it. I see you've got 115 subscribers. Congratulations. That is fantastic. Orly, vlogs every Monday and Wednesday. Mommy Makeup Media. Okay, cool. I totally dig that. You know what? One of the things I would think about, like, I like this background here, but I'm not a fan of like background for your channel art. And then we've got a box and then another box. I would kind of like take this kind of pastel-y thing and maybe make it even a little bit more washed out, and then have your name bigger. Like I barely noticed your name, like Orly C. I would have Orly C, and then that should be pretty big, right? And then Mommy Makeup Media is below that. So honor your channel name, right? Vlogs every Monday and Wednesday. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, pregnancy vlogs. Okay, cool. I'm totally down with that if you want to do pregnancy vlogs because it's pregnancy. But vlogs every Monday. I don't think like I would subscribe to a channel if I saw vlogs every Monday and Wednesday. Because I just like, who cares kind of, you know what I mean? Like, what is it about your vlogs? It's just too generic. But now this is a stretch. I feel like I need to be on camera when I say this. I mean, if I was pregnant, right? If I was pregnant and then I saw pregnancy vlogs and I'm like, oh, I'm really interested in that because I'm pregnant and I need to learn this whole thing out. So that would really appeal to me. But the word vlogs means nothing, right? We don't know what that means unless you're Casey Neistat, and everybody's already subscribed to Casey. So I would think about that, my friend. Congratulations on 3,400 subscribers. That is wicked. That is so cool. And again, for your thumbnails, one of the things I'm not a fan of is the whole like picture inside of a picture thing. You've got the timestamp, then you've got a picture, then you've got this background, then you've got like the YouTube thing. I kind of like the simple kind of look, and I would work hard to come up with, again, I hate to keep going back to Evan Carmichael. Now, here's our kind of authoritative, clean, entrepreneurial looking, but it doesn't mean you can't leverage the same style. And having one focal point, which in Evan's channel, it's the focal point is the author, Simon Sinek, Warren Buffett, or the entrepreneur. I think I said author, the entrepreneur. Oh, extreme food reviews. You're so funny, dude. Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, so I would really do what you can to work to simplify your thumbnails. I think they'll look more professional, and professional doesn't mean needs to be like entrepreneurial or whatnot. But like, to me, this is good. Like, I like the picture of you. What I'd like to see is like half of you, so I see more of your face, and then 2/3 your text. Maybe you make this background really light colored, and then you have my baby sprinkle. Friend's water broke at my baby shower. So it sounds like it's definitely like a vlog kind of thing. So I get that. Yeah, I think I've covered this as far as the thumbnails go. Thumbnails are huge. Some of the biggest YouTubers, they talk about, I spend as much time on my thumbnails as my videos, and I spend a lot of thumbnails. A lot, tons of time on my thumbnails, and I keep tweaking it. And every time, even if I don't use what I'm working on, if it doesn't work out, it helps me moving forward. Or I take part of what I learned and I apply it to my old style, which, like my thumbnails for my live stream, is based on some stuff I practiced a while ago. So the thumbnails are just hugely important. And Orly, the other thing I would do is, like, this is good here. How to remove and reposition pop socket. Okay, and what's interesting, how to remove pop socket. So there you go, right there. And it's funny, like Kimberlea. Oh, there you are, Orly. Now, here's what's funny, everybody. So one of the things that I talk about all the time, you're probably also tired of hearing about it, but it's like keywords, keywords, keywords. And then look at this, okay? This is your channel on a vlog. If you want to drive more views, then listen up. Vlogs are great. But title your vlogs, or your videos, or your short films, or your movies. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. Title those after the keywords. Because vlogs, 800 views 9 months ago. 576 views 8 months ago. 424 views. Popular uploads, 40,000 views. And I knew right away, I'm like, oh, she's ranking in search. How to remove maybe pop socket. And I come over here, and what do I see? How to remove pop socket. And first off, notice 28,000 reviews. 28,000 video results. Remember when I said it's important to take the time to identify a keyword phrase that doesn't have millions of results. Well, look what happened, right? And then we come down, and Kimberlea is crushing it, right? And then we see here, there's Orly, and she's driven 40,000 views because she took the time, or maybe she just got lucky, or she identified this keyword phrase. But this is how you do it. This is how, if you want more views, if you don't want to be a little itty baby channel, then do this. Pay attention to the keywords. I know you're tired of me saying about it, talking about it, saying about it. Okay, let's go with it. But it works. It really works. Okay, I think that's cool. I think that's good. So Orly, that's what I would recommend for you. What I would say is this. I would love to hear your feedback. Everybody in the stream right now, how many people are here? If you're still here, can you raise your hand for me? Let me know. 78 people watching. I want to know, what's more important to you? To grow on YouTube or to make the videos you want to make? What's more important? Just let me know. I want more views, or I want to make what I want to make. I would love to, like this, let's do an official kind of, what are you interested? Do you want more views, or do you want to make the videos you want to make? And the truth is, you can kind of do both. Beanie Draws says 50-50, and that's awesome. Are you more interested in, you want to, and again, let me know. Okay, Pixie Bomb wants more views. So Pixie Bomb, it's your job to really identify those keywords: growth, both, hands. If you want both, then you have to pay attention to the keywords. If you're small and you ignore them, you will grow much slower, I guarantee it. Both, but more views, says Ayla Art. Both. Okay, cool. So here's what you do. You think about what you want to make, and then you just find the keyword for it, right? You can do both, but you've got to stop and identify the keyword, and most of you don't, right? Like, it's not about me attacking you. It's I want to like shake you a little bit, because I want you to come back in 2 months and say, wow, this is so awesome. Thank you, Brian. I'm growing. And I know for a fact that most YouTubers don't do this. They don't pay attention to the keywords, or they get lucky, and so on. So, yes, too late for a channel review, my friend. I'm sorry. So this is how we do it. You've got to be able to. I got to super chat Doug some money for spamming in the comments. Thank you for spamming, Doug. So think about it, right? So Early, you're doing awesome. And like I said, I do see a brand. I feel like you've got something here. I want to see you try to work on it a little bit. Like your thumbnails, that is. So like, let me go to Nick. Why can't it just land on the YouTube channel I want? Is that too much to ask? It's like, don't worry. I know you're like, oh shoot, he's not going to hit the desktop button. No, we're professionals around here. So kind of notice, like, you might, like, here's a really simple way to do good looking thumbnails. You just take a picture of you and stick your face in the third, and then create a simple background for the 2/3 section. So Nick's is a little bit fancier. He's got like this clipboardy thing, right? But you can kind of do the same thing. Like, let me show you another YouTuber. You guys watch Sunny Lenarduzzi? I actually worked with Sunny for about 4 or 5 months. She is awesome. Really like Sunny a lot. Smart, hardworking. One of the things that Sunny does with her videos and her thumbnails is she'll do this kind of like half and half style, or she'll do, like, this is a good example, like a third of Sunny and then 2 words. Simple, easy to understand. Here's another great example. Half and half. 1/2 text, 1/2 Pat Flynn and Sunny Lenarduzzi, right? Same with Marie Forleo. Marie and then the text. And let me see, there were some of them here. I really like this one here, How to Become an Expert. It's an image of Sunny. She's in the third. And I know you're tired of hearing about it, but I want to show you examples. Like this really works, right? And this is a really simple way to do a great thumbnail in something like Canva, okay? So you basically, like, you split your video, your thumbnail in half. Half is text, half is a picture, and make this part really, really simple, right? Just simple, one color background, different color text, good to go. So Orly, my suggestion for you is to keep playing with what you've got going on your thumbnails, but try some of the styles I talked about today. And just like so many YouTubers, is do what you can to title your videos based on keywords people are searching for, and I guarantee you'll drive so many more views. Thank you for the super chat, my friend. Yeah, some of Sunny's fonts are a little bit harder to read. I would agree with you, but she's awesome, so she gets a break. But between you and me, Selena, yeah. Reviews are shut down, my friend, just because we're going on a while now. Okay, next up we have the Hippie Geeks. Visual, learn, create. Visualize what you want to do, learn the skills you need. You're welcome, Orly. I'm glad you found it helpful. Yeah, we're shutting down the channel reviews, guys. Okay, so like I said, let's keep moving on here. New video every Wednesday. I totally dig that. If I like this, but I would work on it some more. I feel like this could be a little bit brushed up. But that being said, I give this a B. It's easy to read. Visualize what you want to do. Learn the skills you need. Create amazing projects. Pretty darn good. Use worm compost. Herbs. You know what? Holy smokes. Okay, this is awesome. Hippie Geeks. I remember doing a channel review now, maybe 2 months ago or so. You are doing so much better with your channel art, with your thumbnails. Congratulations. Keep at it. Okay, I look at your channel art now, and compared to what it was, it's night and day. You were at a D, a C minus. Now you're in the B. That's a big upgrade, right? And keep at it. And also, just like I've talked about in this live stream with the thumbnails, work on those quite a bit. And the other thing I would say is really pay attention to those keyword phrases. So I feel like if I were you, what I would do is study design. This is for everybody here. It's not so much like a tutorial on Photoshop. It's not so much about a Photoshop tutorial. It's not so much about learning all the skills and abilities. The thing that really leads to great design is understanding some of the basics about design. And it's weird. I don't know how I learned it. I've just always wanted things to look nice. I was a chef for 20 years. I wanted my food to look good. When I came out with my book cover, I kind of knew, this book cover, I had the general idea, a funnel, money coming out of the bottom. I wanted high contrast, dark background, light text. The name of the book is much larger. I kind of had all this in my mind, and I need to, this is how I shouldn't have screwed with that. We're having an office meltdown. Just a minute, please. So the thing about design with your thumbnails is, I was a chef for 18 years. I have a degree from France. It was a pain in the ass. The more you study good design, the better your design will get. You have to stop and say, what is good design? Beanie Draws did a great post about this in the 2 Ritual group. When you take the time to think, what makes a great looking book cover or a great looking billboard or a great YouTube channel art, when you take the time, it's really going to help you quite a bit. So my friend, keep at it, keep moving forward. I think you would do good for doing this kind of thumbnail that's the half and half style. Here it is again, like Sunny did. It's just a simple picture of her in maybe 40% of the thumbnail, 60% is text, and it's minimal, right? So you could do that same kind of thing. That might work out. But generally, like where you're heading looks really, really great. Pay attention. Pay attention to your keyword phrases. Shannon, I went to a school at the Sofitel. My class started with 13 and 5 graduated. Oh boy. Crazy people in the house. Okay, extreme food review. Channel reviews are closed. I think you've updated your channel art, dude. Here's an idea. If you can, try this. You're doing great, dude. You're gonna do well. See if you can play around with the opacity of the background flames so this text pops out a little bit more. What's the chamber? I don't think that does anything for the. So you probably talk about the chamber in your videos, my friend. But if I come to your channel and I've watched one of your videos, I might not have picked up on the chamber. And when I read it, like right now, I've watched one or two of your videos, but I quite don't understand the chamber. And you don't want that. You don't want people not to understand. But what I love is your channel name is freaking awesome. It's simple, it's clean, it's memorable, and I would get rid of the chamber. Again, I would play with the opacity of the flames to make extreme food reviews pop a little bit. And then with Daniel Jones, I think looks good. Fridays at 7 a.m., that's good too. The picture is perfect. I would just play with the colors and the opacity to try to get things to pop a bit more, but looks really good. How am I not subscribed? I don't understand. What happened? It said click to subscribe. And then it says I'm subscribed. I'm getting confused. Hot beef jerky. Yeah, so that's my tip for you today, my friend, is to keep at it and whatnot. I like the kind of block style text you're using, the white and the black. I think that looks good. But that being said, is try having a slight background color rather than white in your thumbnails, because that will give it more contrast with your text. You've got white, black, white. You might want to try that in an upcoming thumbnail and see how it works. But overall, you've got a really good looking brand and whatnot. You've got a good channel name. You've got a good theme. Like, yeah, I mean, it's totally going to work. Like, there's no, just keep at it and whatnot. And I hope you found these tips today to be helpful. Like, again, no white background. Change it to a really light gray or a super light blue. Or wait a minute. I know, like these flames. Like maybe have those flames in the background and then pull the opacity way down. So that'll make it so you can kind of barely see them, but you'll kind of know what they are. And that's what you want with this kind of a thing. And then the text will pop off of that. Anyway, I'm just kind of sharing out loud. So thank you so much for the super chat, my friend. Really appreciate it. Slow boat sailing. Change your text for your channel art. It's not a paragraph. You want it to be fun and so on. I would have the name of your channel, Slow Boat Sailing, and then like new videos. And this is kind of weird. Like First Thursday of each month is kind of like, it's almost too random. So I would just have like French Polynesia, Cuba, Tahiti. Man, it sounds awesome. Sounds amazing. Really cool channel for sure. Yeah, but I would change, like, I don't think this does your channel any justice at all. Like, this picture is better without the text. I think it would be better. So something to think about there. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Terrible financial advice. Bill, I hate that. I'm sorry to say that, but oh, wait a minute. You're the comment. You're kind of, yeah. So Bill, yeah, I don't know. I think you need to work on. See, here's the thing, Bill. The reason I'm struggling is I watch some of your videos and I think you've got great presence. It's a bit over the top. I think you can work on that like I've done, and I'm way over the top. Your videos aren't funny. When I see terrible financial advice, I think, oh, it's comedy, but it's not. So I would really think about that. And I would try to create a tagline for your channel that's more in alignment with what you're doing. So I watched one of your videos just the other day, and you said, like, this channel is about making money. Awesome extreme food reviews. I'm so excited, Daniel, to see what you're going to come up with. But like I said, I think you're doing great. And share some of them, Daniel, in the Tube Ritual group. Okay, back on Bill. So Bill, I hope you're still around. I think, like, you're good on camera, and I think you can hit the ball way out of the park, my friend. But that being said, I think pulling the energy down just a bit, and also really thinking about what you want to convey. And I don't think you want to really convey terrible financial advice. I see you as someone that's, like, I see here, the thumbnail is passive income, residual income lies. And this was the video I watched. I clicked on this, and your message was, the truth of the matter is it takes effort. Hey Bill, good to see you, buddy. And I'm totally on board with you, because I've made residual income, and I know that it's kind of a lie. Like, I think people take it way too far. Like, oh, I'm going to work for a few hours on an afternoon on a Sunday, and I'm going to be banking every week, every year for months. And that really doesn't work or whatnot. So I think you're sharing real information about how to make money. And I don't think the word financial is, I think you're more like how to make money, how to have a side hustle, something to that degree. And I really would think long and hard about that statement. Now I see it. It says helping you. Here we go. Let's go back to your channel art. So terrible financial advice, helping you make more money. Like, these two are conflicting. And I would run with this, helping you make more money with Bill Stenzel, and then work on that a little bit more. I think the channel art, the look of it is fine. I would like to see your name and a picture of you in the channel art. I think that would be good. But yeah, that's a little bit of my feedback for you now, Bill. And yeah, it was fun to find your channel. And I think like I said, you've got everything it takes to totally blow up. It's amazing. Like, you hone a few things, you make a few small tweaks, and then you start to grow much faster. And that's been my experience. And I'll tell you this, like, you're in a niche where there is a lot of people searching. Hey, Orly, take care. Ciao, au revoir, sayonara. Good to see you. But Bill, yeah, so you're in a great niche. There's a huge audience, and some of these small things can really help you out. So thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate the super chat. Shannon vlogs, lifestyle, beauty, fashion. Okay, cool. Subscribe. One of the things that I always mention, and I want to mention it now, I don't think I've talked about it a lot on this stream. I mentioned it once, but I want to hit this home, Shannon, because right now this is what I feel. Okay, you're in a super niche, but it's very, very competitive, just like mine. Like trying to grow. When you talk about how to grow on YouTube, when you get started, like I did, and you don't have any subscribers, that is a big ask. That is to ask people to trust you that I got distracted by a comment, but the thing I want to get across to you is you want to come up with something that's unique and different to your channel. And this is a tough question to ask, but when you start asking, you're going to get closer to the answer. So what is it about your lifestyle, beauty, and fashion channel that's unique? So again, I am Stake Your Claim, Amplify Your Message. Nick Nimmin is tips. And Nick Nimmin is also get started right now. That's his like value proposition. That's his message. So think about that as you move forward. Tear Talk is back in the house. Awesome. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it back, my friend. So Shannon, what I would say is, okay, number one of the things I'm looking at now, Shannon, is I love the fact that you are doing a good job with having the same color palette with your thumbnails. It's a picture of you. Like this thumbnail is great. Move you over to a third, like we've talked about many times, and then make the text a bit bigger. You want people to have an easy way of reading this text, right? Box Charm, March 2018. So Box Charm. So I'm going to guess this is going to be really wicked competitive. 41,000, not terribly, but are there other search terms people are searching for? Box Charm unboxing. Okay. Is that easier? 41,000, it's more competitive. So, let's go back to your channel. I'm not really coming up. There we go. Come on. I've got so many tags. Dang it. Then my browser is a bit stuck here. There we go. Okay, I am subscribed. So I would, Shannon, I know you've been here for a while and you've been subscribed to my channel. I would double down on doing your best to learn the intricacies of the keyword research stuff I spoke about earlier. Someone in your niche, you've got to find the easier stuff to compete for, or you've got to be able to identify what's going to drive you more views and so on. Let's take a look at this video here. I'm going to start searching for this keyword phrase. 15 views, published a few days ago. So, okay, great. So, when I look here, I see keywords that are a bit more descriptive. Well, you do have Dahlia. Let's see if that comes up too. There we go. So there it is. And let's see if we can come up. So there you are. So bam. So you're ranking for this keyword phrase, which is great. And I'm guessing that I don't know how much search volume there is for this particular phrase. One of the things we can do to get an idea is look at how many views these other videos have driven. 21,000. But this is from this Rachel, and I wonder how big her channel is. Almost 100,000 subscribers. That's what I was going to guess. So it's really a question, Shannon, of trying to identify the best keyword phrase that you can identify to move forward. And I mentioned this earlier. If you haven't invested in Morning Fame, I would encourage you to think about it. This video really goes over it because it helps you identify how competitive it is to rank for a keyword phrase. And furthermore, it helps you to optimize your videos around that. So that's something you may want to think about. Let's go back to your channel. I think overall, like your use of the colors and whatnot is looking good. having a style. That being said, like you've got, I think it's fine. I'm thinking of like the colors of your channel art and then the colors of your text and whatnot. I think it's totally fine, but I would try to get your text a little bit bigger. I think by really applying the rule of thirds thing, like we've talked about 1,000 times today, like a third, the person is in a third, the text is 2/3. It'll give you a chance to make your text bigger. You use Morning Fame every time. Okay, awesome. Well, that's super good to hear. And the other thing is this, guys. So you've got a number of videos here, but here we go. Okay. One of the things I want to say is this. Back in the day when I quit my job, so many of you learned I was a chef for many years, and I was able to quit my chefing gig. Holy smokes, like it's been like 10 years ago now, and I feel so blessed. I'll take a look at your playlist, sure. What's your question about your playlist, Shannon? Type in your question about your playlist, and I'll address you there. Um, so back to what I was saying is it just takes time. And when I used to sign my my emails, I would say people give up before the magic happens. And I see that in a lot of YouTubers. So keep at it and keep moving forward. And I think you're going to do fine because realistically, like you've only been doing this a few months, Shannon. So Shannon, if you could type in your question about the playlists, that would help me out. Honestly, playlists are helpful, but it's not like you can't just add a bunch of videos to a playlist and you're going to drive a bunch more traffic. If you've got playlists created, that's great. You want to have your playlist set to, what's the word I'm looking for? Series playlists or official playlists. So you've got hauls, which is great. You've got empties 2018. I think the playlists are fine. It's just a matter of continuing. But as long as you're using playlists, it's going to help you show up more often in suggested videos. I don't think playlists are this huge way that you get more views. I think you can get playlists from suggested videos. Yeah, if you're trying to rank through, I'm trying to rank for Lululemon collection. And I'm, okay, so if you want to rank for Lululemon collection, okay, then drop series and declutter. Get rid of those words. Make your series based on, so what was it? It was collection, Lulu. So do this. Make your playlist title Lululemon Collection 2018. Right? I mean, if you want to rank for that, then the more closely your playlist has that in it, the better you're going to do. And with 150,000, I don't think you're going to be able to rank your playlist. I'm going to guess it's too competitive. And this is the thing that I think a lot of people are under this impression, and I want to clear it up right now. Yeah. Okay. So here's what's up. The idea of ranking for your playlist is tricky. And I don't think most people, unless you select a keyword phrase that nobody's searching for, which means it's not going to help anyway. Like, because no one's searching for it, so you're not going to get more views from search. The idea of ranking a playlist in search, let go of it, not happening. Instead, and this is how you want to think. You set up your playlist, you add your videos to your playlist, and you're done. And then as long as your videos are strong and you're focusing on your individual videos, that's going to help boost your suggested videos and you'll drive more of your own views. But nobody ranks. Like, when's the last time here somebody saw a playlist ranking? You see that happening 1 in every 200 searches. It's not a big deal. So instead, oh boy. Poor Doug. He's got a yeah, yeah. Doug gets it. It's like I'm good. I'm I'm not going to even go there. So anyway, that's what I want to share with you, Shannon. Is the thing to focus on. Focus on your thumbnails. Focus on your channel art. Focus on your audience retention, and the more you focus on those things, the better you're going to do, because that. Hey, Nexus Gaming, what's going on? That is what really matters. So my wife loves Lululemon, by the way. In fact, I do. I've got a few things. Yeah, I'm glad I was able to address that. And Lizzie is up now. So Lizzie, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Bam. So Lizzie, I would like to see. I think your channel art, I think you could work on your channel art a bit, like I've mentioned with other people. But that being said, I do like what I'm seeing. Like, you're getting close with, like, you're in a third. But this is a great example. Like the text over your head, I'm not a fan of that. And again, how to make brown gel zero waste eyebrow gel. Okay, brow gel. Okay. What I would do in this case is a big picture of you, zero waste brow gel, and I would get rid of that. I think that's distracting, and I would furthermore, I would take the background that you're using. Okay, I would take the opacity and pull it way down so we see less of that. And furthermore, you might make the background like a darker color if you can increase the darkness of the brick. That would make it stand out more, the text, because the text is white. So I would work on those things. Again, rule of thirds for you too. It just kind of works. And if you look, like, if we go to my channel, like I do it in a more funky style, but it's kind of thirds, right? I'm in a third. Text is big. And like lately I've been trying to like get a little bit more pattern on my background, which I'm getting closer to. I still don't have enough, but I'm getting there. And I feel like it's more interesting looking, but I really like this kind of how it stands out and whatnot. So if you can do that, Lizzie, I think it would help you out. Make the brick darker, and then just let go of like adding it's kind of a mess. I hate to say it, Lizzie, nothing but love, but it's a picture that's of so many different things, and then it's so small that it's hard to understand. So instead, I think like grocery haul. That's all you need to have, and we're going to understand. And make the picture of you bigger. Like, let go of zero waste. Like, let me just do this. So, focus on less text for your thumbnails, and then split up your thumbnails, a picture of you, the text. And if you do that, I think it's going to be easier on the eyes, easier to comprehend, and so on. I like the look in the branding, but I think you can make it look really awesome. And at this point, I give it like a C+ or a B-. And I think you can take it to, like, I'd like to see you hit a B+. So next time. Yeah, and what you can do is with some of the design apps that are available, you can literally like make it darker and you're good to go. Just use the same image and just make it darker. Don't show the picture. Yeah, don't. Yeah, the reason why is because, like, here's what's up. Like, Lizzie, when I look at this, like monthly grocery haul, I understand what it is now. But when I first look at your channel, I'm not really reading your titles. Here's what I'm doing. I land on your channel and I go, oh, what's this about? Oh, frugal living. Like that, I'd like maybe think about that too, like frugal living, small spaces, because it's easier to understand, right? And then I come down and I'm looking. I'm like, oh, what's this? Interesting. And you want people to understand when they're scrolling like that. And people aren't really reading the text. So all like it's a picture of like there's peppers and this and there's something else and maybe a potato and I don't know what, it's just so many things. And I just think it's going to be easier for people to understand. Again, like if we look at my channel, like when you scroll down, when you kind of scroll, you kind of get it. Algorithm, YouTube growth. Oh, okay. Casey Neistat. Oh, okay. Vlogging camera. You see how like even when you're scrolling, it's easy to comprehend. That's what you want. And I think what you have is just a little too busy. Like this one is way too busy, definitely. And because of the color palette, it's hard for it to stand out too. Okay, Tier Talk. I want to know, I want to understand more about that you are working in a prison and you're in corrections. That's what your channel is about. And I still don't quite understand the thin gray line. So Tier Talk, I don't understand what that is either. I wonder, do people search for that? Tier Talk, okay. Segregation, active shooter, corrections officer. Okay, awesome. So I get it. So this is, I don't know. Like this isn't, I'm not in this niche, so I don't get it. But what I think you could do is like, I would like to see your channel. I love this. I love this channel art. I don't like the thin gray line. But let me keep investigating. Yeah, I don't know. What I would say is this. I would like to see that your channel name, Tier Talk, and then when I searched for Tier Talk, this is what I saw. Okay? I noticed words like corrections officer, inmate. I saw inmate somewhere. Correctional. So I would recommend anyway is that you incorporate your channel name Tier Talk up here a little bit to the right of this corrections officer. And then if the thin gray line, if your people in your niche that are searching for this understand that, then great. Otherwise, it might not serve you well because people don't understand. But I do like the image that you've used. I like that it's a corrections officer. But what you might want to do is you might want to have your channel name a little bit bigger, and then take some of the verbiage. Take some of the verbiage that I've found here. Corrections officer, Tier Talk, handcuffing technique. I don't think that's big enough. But like correctional officer, transformational leadership. These kind of words that are within. Yeah, you're welcome, Tier Talk. I'm glad this is helping. But I think it's about corrections. That's the word that stands out to me. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of fried after 2 hours of this. But I think you kind of get where I'm going. The thing that you always want to do, no matter the channel, no matter the niche, like why won't my video, there it is you want to make it super easy for people to understand. We talked about this last time, and you're definitely getting there. Like I'm getting it now. And furthermore, like you were asking, like, why don't, like, Tier Talk, like, why did you think, like, I was in prison? Well, I just didn't know the lingo because it's not my thing. But these are the things I think you want to work on and so on. And as far as your thumbnails, this is what I thought. Like, I think you need to come up with a thumbnail style. Here's what I think is super cool. I like this kind of look that you have in your channel art. It's kind of pixelated. Okay, like in the colors, the blue and the grays. Like you could use this kind of a look. You could work with this for your thumbnail, but be aware when you create your thumbnail. Here's the problem with thumbnail creation. Let me do this. It's going to be fun this summer. When I design a thumbnail, I'm designing the thumbnail on this huge space. When you, meaning anybody here, designs a thumbnail, you're looking at a screen, and primarily you've got a lot of real estate that you're looking at for the thumbnail. But in fact, the problem is when people see it, it's this big. It's this little teeny, it's the size of a thumb, and so on. So what you want to do is create a thumbnail and then really think like small. It has to be easy to comprehend. People aren't going to read. Less is more. And that's why I think I keep referring to Evan Carmichael, because I think his thumbnails are some of the very best on YouTube because they're easy, they're clean, they look great, they look professional, they reflect his brand. That's a lot of things I just said in there. And these thumbnails accomplish all of those things. Less is more. If you look at Roberto's thumbnail, notice passive income. 2 words. And one of the things I've always talked about is what are the most important words in the title? Those are the focal points of the title. Those 2 words in this example, passive income, should be very big. And look what Roberto has done. Huge. Passive income, he's in the 3rd. In fact, I would even say he might be at the 28% point, and he's left even more room for these 2 words. So Tier Talk, that's what I would do. Think about thumbnails. Repeat this kind of a design. Keep playing off this. Take this to the next level. Get your name, your channel name in here. And then I think corrections is a good word, but I don't know if that works for you. I definitely want to subscribe. I want to see what you're going to come out with next. I want you to think my channel isn't a channel, it's a brand, and I talk about corrections, what it's like to be on the other side of inmates, what's gratifying about it, what sucks about, like whatever. Like, this is your channel. Create a brand that really gets to the point of what your channel is about. That makes it easy for people to see. Planet Funhouse, perfect. I love it. I like the channel art. This is a great example. This is the best channel art we've seen today. Well done on that. Kid-friendly videos, Saturday. Simple. Planet Funhouse, and it says it all. Like the name itself is so descriptive that you don't need a lot of text because it's fun. It's a fun house, right? Good job on that. You've got the thumbnail style I mentioned. One half is a picture, the other half is text. You've got the same color palette, super helpful. So you're doing a great job with that. You're welcome, Tier Talk. My pleasure. Creepy Dan, your channel name scares me a bit, but I do want to let you know that I liked horror movies when I was young, but now I'm tormented because, like, the other night I was up all night because I heard a bump down in my basement. True story. My wife was away. It was just me and 2 dogs, and I live in the mountains. It was scary. Could a brand cartoon work well as a thumbnail? Yes, absolutely. Brittany, you can definitely put a cartoon face as a face. Absolutely works. So, Planet Funhouse, like I said, I love what I'm seeing. It's looking really good. You've been at it for 9 months. 74 subscribers. This kind of stuff is pretty competitive. A lot of these kind of channels and whatnot. What I would do is think about this. If you want to grow, my friend, here's what I'm gonna. I think your channel art is good. I think your thumbnails are plenty good. 6 days ago, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a month ago. Looks like you're publishing once a week on Saturday. So here's what I'm gonna put out a challenge. Do what you can to make the best video in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like take a week and think about it for a while. Like, what kind of video can we make to really strike a nerve with our subscribers, with YouTube, and do what you can to improve the editing, improve the audio. Look at your videos, be objective, and then ask, what can we improve? The storytelling, a topic that kids are really excited about watching. Do what you can, and then make that video and get in this habit of every week try to outdo what you did last week. You're probably already doing that. If you're not, if you know you can work harder, then do that. Because here's the truth of the matter. Shoot? What do you mean? Shoot? What do you mean by that, my friend? I mean, here's the thing. Maybe you're like, oh, my videos aren't good enough. Well, I mean, all I know is you've been at it for 9 months and you've got 74 subscribers. So you could probably do better. Here, I mean, it's not bad that I'm saying work harder. Like, I work harder nonstop. Like, my videos are at a place where they're driving views. They're doing what they should, but I keep pushing the envelope. Because that's how you get the results you're after. So strive to move forward and strive to publish something that's a bit better, and you will go far. I love your channel art. It looks awesome. Yeah. Oh, shoot, because you're in a competitive niche. Yes, but you already knew that. Like this kind of stuff. Here's what's up too. This is entertainment. Entertainment channels are more challenging. They're harder. Think about it. Oh, here's the last thing I want to say about this. Growing an audience takes a lot of time, energy, and patience. I have been interested in audience growth for 16 or 17 years. I've been doing this thing, growing an audience, driving traffic, whether it's a website, through Amazon, selling ebooks, on YouTube. I've been doing all this kind of stuff since about 2002. That's 16 years. And I've had about 5 YouTube channels. So if you feel like, I'm working so hard and I can't get it going, but I see that you've been at it for 3 months or 6 months. I've been doing this for 16 years. And I had five channels. Lizzie, no, actually, I think if you're not really growing, publishing more isn't going to really help that much. I think it makes more sense to publish better videos and to try to hit the ball, try to publish something that gains momentum. I think, publishing twice a week, that would be fine. I think you can still publish a really great video and spend 4 or 5 days on it. But I think first, I like to see people. Well, honestly, Lizzie, this is a conversation for another time. Sometimes it makes sense to publish more. Sometimes it makes sense to publish less. It really depends. It depends on where each channel is. The thing that I see so many people doing is like more, and their videos suck. Now, I'm not saying Planet Funhouse. I'm not saying their videos suck, but I am saying I see a lot of channels that do suck. And they're like, oh, if I just publish more sucky videos. It's not how it works. So there you have it. Selena, I thought I saw a super chat from there, Selena. So Selena, for your you mentioned you're interested in tags. So Selena, one of the things that I noticed about your videos, I don't think you're really paying attention to the keywords. Sims 4 Legacy Era Challenge. So maybe that's a keyword. Sims 4 Legacy Challenge. Okay. 400,000 subscribers. So let's see if there's any other words people are searching for. So I would try to find, like, again, if you haven't seen my videos on keyword research, watch those a bunch, Selena. Fried here. So Morning Fame, I just think Morning Fame is a great tool. I think you can do great work with TubeBuddy as well. This is a super, super powerful video, okay, that is based on nothing but free. So watch this video and really understand how keyword research works and do what you can. And here's what's up. Like, this isn't that bad of a keyword phrase. So you're paying attention at there. Sims 4, a legacy era challenge. Is he going to die? Has he gone? This is the other thing about your titles. Has he gone too far? It's about this dude. Okay, great. I get that. That was fun. Your first thumbnail you shared on this one right here, right? That thumbnail is very compelling. Like, he's pretty much naked, right? Okay, I get it. But I would focus on that whole element of compelling. So here we go. Keyword phrase and then a compelling element. And I don't think you're there. I think you can improve the compelling element. Has he gone too far? It's just not that compelling. Like, you won't believe what happens next. Like, oh my gosh, like regret. The word regret, and notice it comes from H3H3. They get it. Like, having regret, that people are going to click that. So think about that. The other thing you were interested in, my friend, was tags. So this is what you want right here. Sims 4 Legacy Challenge Part 1. Yeah, I think you're doing your tags. You know, it looks like it's a little competitive, that keyword phrase. So let's go back to your channel. And here's what I've said this a million times. Sims, but this is what I would do. I don't think, maybe you don't want to do this, maybe you do. I would find, like, target that keyword phrase. But I see, like, if you can even, like, can you go, there we go, apartment building, speed build. Sims 4 apartment speed build. Still pretty competitive, but Sims 4 apartment speed build. Okay, so this title's pretty close. It's just the biggest thing you can do, my friend, is to really learn keyword research. Like, keyword research is an art. And hey, V Reacts, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Extreme Danielle, good to see you. Extreme Food Reviews, ciao. Selena, what I would recommend you do is make keyword research your thing for the next few weeks, for the next few months. Talk about it, and maybe it's boring for you, maybe it's hard, maybe you're good with that, I don't know. But I do know that the more you understand keyword research, the more opportunities you're going to find to drive more views. And furthermore, like, you're doing a voiceover, which is great. Do what you can to improve the voiceover. Do what you can to improve your presence, your ability to tell a story, all that kind of stuff, and the keyword research, which is, now we're talking about 5 things, but that is my tip for you today, my friend. And let's see, did I forget anybody else? Rodney, how did I miss you too? Dang it all. I don't. Okay, I have had a slight color change between channel art. Okay, we're going to take a look at channel art. Diane, we'll get you going here too. There we go. All right, awesome. So Diane, welcome. I think your name here looks a little pixelated and whatnot. So I would work on your channel art in that way. It definitely looks pixelated, so work on that. I think that'll help out quite a bit. And Planner Crafts Mom Life. I would get rid of Mom Life. I would do more like planners, crafts. Like Mom Life to me is too general. It's not specific enough. And I would, the channel art, like I said, it seems pixelated and whatnot. So I would change that. And what I would say for you is to really land on a brand and a color palette like we've mentioned. So Nick Nimmin, he's got his own look. He's got his own feel. I've got my own look, my own feel. Evan Carmichael, we've taken a look at him quite a bit. And Diane, I think you can do the same thing to help you stand out. And it's a really great thing you want to start off with. So there you have it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Rodney. Oh, dude, this is great. I really like it. I like the channel art. It looks really, really good. Here's a couple things. Here's what I would do, Rodney. Okay, I would keep playing with your channel art because I think you can make it even better, but it's looking... Not sure this square is working, and I feel like you've got like these little elements. So here's something to think about, right? So your name, Rodney B. Hunt, right up here, Rodney B. Hunt. In fact, like I feel like it looks like this is a tablet, and then we've got a camera, and then your name like fits really nicely there. So your name comes right here, and then underneath that is so your name is bigger. So think of your name as the biggest as far as the font size, and then this line here, texts and tips for YouTube creators, and then underneath that is new videos Friday. And instead, I think right now this looks really cool, but it feels a little pieced together. Like this thing's over here, we got this. I like the picture and the faded and how it's faded and whatnot. But play with that kind of an outline. I think it'll look really good. And here's the other thing too. I like this yellow with the red and the black. But here you've got the blue. So what I would do, like for YouTube, is I would have a red background because the color for YouTube is red. Mike's cutting out. Am I better now? Is it better? Testing. Why is it cutting out? That's weird. Is it still cutting out, gang? What a pain in the butt. I need a sip of something anyway. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing, 2, 4. Test, cool stream. It's all good. Okay. So Rodney, like I said, I think it looks really dope. Lose the blue and try the red and see how that looks for your thumbnails. I think that's going to pull everything together really well. And then play around a little bit with the ideas that I had for the cover art. Name, tagline, publishing on Fridays, something like that. Does that make sense, Rodney? Yeah. And Diane says takes man, I'm toast. Says makes sense. So that's cool. Yeah, but Rodney, this is looking really good, dude. And do this, Rodney. Feel free to like post a mock-up of this or your next version in the Tube Ritual group, and I'll help you. I'll give you feedback. I really appreciate it. I see you've used the red before. Go back to the red, but basically play around with reds. And what I would suggest is use the same red in the channel art that you use in the thumbnails, and so on. Maybe add the blue to the channel art too, but just play around with it. He's gone. Okay. Thanks, Doug. Well, I think that's it, gang. I think we got them all in. And that's good because I'm fried. I gotta say, that was a lot of fun though. I really dug that. This is what I'd like to do. I'd like to spend a few more minutes. If you've got questions, where did my... How did that even happen? Did I close it? If you've got questions, drop them in the chat. Beanie Draw says, you're the best. Good work, man. Oh, my pleasure. Beanie, you're the best. Man, I love our community so much. To me, Dusty had a live stream this morning, and he was like, I asked him, what's the most overlooked thing? And he's like, community for me. And I think so, too. I think community is a big deal. Brian, how do you pick which playlist should be a series? I think you make all your playlist series, but here's the truth. I want to share something truthful with you guys. Has anybody noticed this? I haven't. Some of my playlists aren't series. I don't always add a comment with a link to a video when I publish. I haven't done closed captions on my last 3 or 4 videos. There's a lot of things I'm not doing, but I know without question, hey, Pixie Bomb, you're the bomb. You're welcome. You're going to love YouTube. It's so much fun. We've got an amazing community here. Back to what I was saying. So check this out. Like, I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, that which is most important, I'm focused on like a freaking hawk. That is the script, the video, the editing, connecting with the audience, commenting. There's so many things that I can do, and I'm being a bit lazy. Clearly, I could do these things, and it could help. But I also know that by focusing on the most important thing, I'm doing just that. And that's really important. So, as you're moving forward with your channel, really think about I'm going to focus on what's most important, having a great outline for a video, being topical, dialing in great thumbnails. Like if you do those things, you'll crush it. Are you going to use your new camera today? No, I'm going to go pass out and I'm going to probably take a nap or watch TV or play a game for an hour, have dinner with my wife. It's 4:30. What I've been wanting to do is I've actually kitted this out. Speaking of the new camera, I'm going to make a new video about how to buy a camera and what you should think about, because I've bought so many cameras. I've got RX100, I've got Sony a6300, I've got the Canon 70D, I've got multiple lenses, and in all this spending money, hey, what's up, Andreas? I've really learned about how to create a great rig for YouTube. You know what I mean? I bought just the body, then I bought a lens, and then I ended up buying a better mic because my other mic wasn't that great. And it was cheaper, but here's the thing. It's like I bought a cheaper mic, and I'm like, oh, I saved some money. It was only $65. But then it's not good enough. So it's like I rather spend a little bit more money, save, and then get something that's really great. Like, think about this. You can buy a body only, a camera body only, instead of getting a kit. And then you can save another $100 and get a better lens, and it's a better fit. And you're like, but I don't have an extra $100. Well, here's how you do it. You get it refurbished. Or you go to Best Buy and you get it open box. You get an open box item. You save $150, and then instead of getting a kit that is the body with a lens, you get just the body and you get a lens. Like, let me cut to the chase. This is a super wide angle lens, which is great. When you're going like this, like if this is your whole day, right? The further you hold it out, the harder it is. It's heavy. The closer you get, the more it's just your face. If it's a wide angle lens, you get more of the stuff in the background. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's probably going to be a video, but you just watched it, so. Yeah, I love the punk mic hairdo. Yeah, me too. I try to keep the style in line, so it's very important. Hey, gang, thank you so much for stopping by. Man, this was fun today. I enjoyed it. I was a little tired. I haven't slept good in the last 3 or 4 days. Being in a house alone is weird with just 2 dogs. Although I've been barking a lot because we're trying to communicate. Hey, I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. Next week, think about publishing that video that's a little bit better than what you published last week. And if you do that again and again, if you strive to publish better videos and you're consistent, now think about this. If you do this, I guarantee you'll grow. I guarantee. If you strive this next week to publish a better video than what you did last week, success will be found in your next video. Stay consistent week after week. Publish something a little bit better than last week. It'll tire you out. But one day, you just might wake up and say, what happened? I just drove 3,000 views on my last video. That is amazing. And you go, thank you, self. I'll see you next time. You dig? Hey, thanks, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'll see you next time. Cheers.